Good morning, everybody. All right, so the question today is, what is a WordPress migration? This is probably one of the most popular activities of today, only because modern technology changes so fast. Businesses need to be able to keep up with the latest trends in social networking, all integrated with their website. They need to be able to manage their content more efficiently than ever. And this migration has become a predominant thing and a very critical and important thing to business owners today in regards to their website. Unfortunately, most business owners don't know what a migration is, what it means, and how it can greatly benefit them in the future. So a WordPress migration really is pretty simple. So you have an existing website, and let's say you built this website in 1998 or even 2005, let's say. Let's say this website was built in 1998, 2005, maybe even 2007. A lot of things have changed since 2007. So let's say you've got your website, you're very happy with it, it's performing extremely well in Google. Google's seeing it, other search engines are seeing it. So you're pretty happy with the results overall. However, are you considering how much better everything could be doing just on the search engine optimization front if all of your code was updated, cleaned up, and basically modernized? Not to mention all of the other functionality and possibilities you could have by integrating with social networks and other online media avenues that are common of today. So I'm going to get into that in a little more detail real quickly here. Okay, so let's say anyway, you're really happy with how things are. You're afraid to change anything because you're just afraid something bad's going to happen if you upgrade or change your website. And you are very smart for thinking that, because there is an exact procedure and process to do this migration correctly to ensure that everything is maintained and everything is kept stable. And it is a very daunting and detail-oriented process. I can tell you personally because I do it every single day. And any slip-up, any mistake can really be consequential. It's like basically building a transmission with a blindfold on. I've never exactly built one myself, but I've seen somebody work on one, and it's a really detail-oriented thing. I'm just trying to give an analogy. Maybe that helps paint the picture a little bit. So you're happy with your website. It was built sometime within the last, more than, let's say it was built more than 2 years ago. And you're happy with how it's performing and everything else, but you do realize that your content management is slow. You are not integrated properly with social networks. In other words, when you're adding a new content to your site, can you push out all your posts to Facebook, your Google business page, your LinkedIn business page, Instagram if you deal with photos, Pinterest if you deal with photos? So you got to start thinking with, how can you maximize your exposure and limit your efforts? That's what technology is all about, right? So you need to migrate. You take this existing website, and this migration is carried out, and everything is ported over. I'm going to use the word ported here to WordPress, meaning all of your existing pages, your content, your images, and everything else, and including anything in relation to your potential search engine traction as well. So you've got a lot of critical things to think about, and I could go on in a whole documentary just on that subject alone, but I'm trying to just explain what a migration is, and so you can better understand it as a business owner if it's something you're considering in the future. Now, the integration into WordPress now gives you the functionality and the flexibility of WordPress with everything existing as it was. And more often than not, immediately things begin to improve on the online presence front, in terms of everything's faster, cleaner, simpler, and more streamlined for modern business. So that's really what a migration is. It's taking everything and pushing it into WordPress and ensuring that all that, everything is maintained as it was. And the goal, the real goal in the migration is to actually enhance and improve everything. So if you're happy with the design, obviously we got to even think responsive now. So this old outdated website, and this is something I run into quite often. I see a website that was developed in 2005, 2002, somewhere back in there, and it's got a link on the website to go to the mobile site. So we're talking about two separate websites now that this company is having to manage. And not to mention, when someone's browsing on their tablet or smartphone or whatever device they're using to go see your website, they're going to have to click on a second link if the link even appears properly, and there's all kinds of other confusions that come in. So it's really not standard procedure today. So part of this migration would also be responsive design, which would allow your website now, all this old existing content, to load up into any device, tablet, screen size, and would actually dynamically change based on that screen size. That's all responsive design is. So we're actually putting everything, one content, all in one space. So if you're on a larger computer, larger screen, it's going to open up like your normal website, but you're on a smaller device. And again, because it's responsive on a programming side, we can modify that and customize that so specific things are or aren't loaded based on what size screen the display the person's looking at. So that's a whole other topic within itself, which I'm going to cover, responsive design. But this should help you fill you in on what a migration is, why it is so critical, especially why it is so critical that it's done correctly, because it's really easy to fall into a nightmare scenario with this if it's not done right. So, well, I hope that helps clear up what a migration to WordPress is, and feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.